So we go back to the Duduzane testimony that's taking place at the state capture, and hopefully we get through to Manqoba. Manqoba, can you tell us, just give us a brief overview of what's taken place at the state capture inquiry today?
Well, of course, Nompu, the much-awaited testimony from Duduzane Zuma, of course, we all know that he has been implicated by several witnesses who've come here at the State Capture Commission, among them the former Deputy Finance Minister, Jonas, who had claimed that it was Duduzane Zuma, in fact, who had arranged a meeting between him and the Gupta brothers at the Gupta compound in October 2015, where he says an offer of, the job of Finance Minister was offered to him, and a bribe of 600 million rand was offered to him there at the Gupta compound. But of course, Duduzane Zuma saying that, while he does agree that he was the one who actually facilitated this meeting, there are other issues that he disputes from the evidence and the claims that were made by Jonas here at the State Capture Commission. Among them, the fact that Jonas claiming that at the time he did not know that he was he was being taken to the Gupta compound, and really what the content of that meeting was. Zuma maintaining, of course, that at the time Jonas did know very well why he was going to the Gupta compound, and that, of course, he says this was to clear a rumor that had been involving him at the time. He says it disputes some of the testimony that he had said here at the State Capture Commission as so far as the issue of the bribe was concerned. Let's take a listen.
I'm in agreement that he jumped into my car. I'm in agreement that we arrived at the Gupta residence, but I'm in disagreement that he did not know where we were going.
Yes. Well, he was here as well. He did testify, not only in evidence in chief, but he was consistent in as far as that version is concerned, even under cross, as to the fact that when the venue was changed and when you decided to drive him to the Gupta residence, he was not told that he was actually heading to the Gupta residence.
So he just jumped in my car and decided he's going to go where I'm going to take him?
Yes, because he said that if you look at the preceding paragraphs, he said that he thought that you were going to take him to go and meet other people. He didn't ask about the venue. You took him to the Gupta residence.
He knew exactly where we were going, and he knew exactly who we were going to meet and why.
And of course, another issue in dispute, Nombu, is whether or not there was a meeting at the Gupta compound in October 2015. We've heard reports, when Fana Hlongwane, of course, was part of that meeting, had spoken to the public protector at the time. He had said that Rajesh Gupta was not in that meeting, and that Rajesh Gupta was not part of that meeting. But on the other side, we have Duduzane Zuma, who maintains that Rajesh Gupta had peeped into the meeting. And of course, there is a contradiction here. So the evidence leaders asking who really should we believe, whose version should we believe. And the other issue is whether that meeting itself did actually take place, because a few weeks after that meeting, or Jonas had made those allegations of the meeting, we had the Gupta family denying that there was a meeting that took place. So the question now is who's telling the truth? And of course, Duduzane Zuma saying that he maintains that the meeting did take place and that he is telling the truth. Let's take a listen.
The question is not what was discussed or who was present. The question simply is that, you are saying, and you've told the chair that, well, the meeting did happen.
Most definitely did, yes.
Yes, and they are saying that the meeting did not happen. We are trying to simply, and you were at that point part and parcel of the Oak Bay investments, am I correct?
Yes, in one way or another, that's correct.
Yes, and this statement was made on behalf of Oak Bay.
On behalf of the Gupta family by Oak Bay.
By Oak Bay.
Yes.
Yes. Now, which is the correct version? Was there a meeting or was there a meeting?
Yes, I point out to the same line, on behalf of the Gupta family, so I cannot be attributed to a response that was made on behalf of the Gupta family. From my side, I've stated very clearly there was a meeting.
And of course, Dompu is also denied that that offer of 600 million rand was made to Jonas. Of course, he says that, he simply cannot speculate on this. He says that he was not involved in any way in this. And he's also denied, of course, having met Duduzane as well as Esma Khashule at the Gupta compound, as earlier claimed by them. In fact, as earlier claimed by Duduzane, who is the MEC in the Free State, when he came to give testimony here on the Free Dairy Farm project.
All right, Manqoba, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for that. Over to